Unfortunately, the old Examon doesn't really go well with the new Examon support. I've tried it and it just becomes too clunky and slow, and don't get me wrong, I mean the old one's still good, but this new one is actually really good and it's faster and I actually really enjoy playing. Let's get into the Examon build. Check out these deck boxes. Got keywords. I got increments of thousands, number counters, whatever. Babies, the new Baby Domon. Playing 4 of, 1 attacking once per turn. If this Digimon has Dracomon or Examon in its text, you draw one. Great, much better than the old one because you want draw power as opposed to DP. The new cards give you a lot of DP anyway. You do kind of lose Evade, which we'll get into. 4 of the new Dracomon. This card's actually really good. Starting your main phase, you can trash your card with Dracomon or Examon in its text in your hand to draw one and gain 1 memory. Pretty good because, for example, I use Davis, and then with this, it actually puts you at 4. And I do believe they do stack, so you can go up to 5, etc. In here for this one, now we're going to see color red. It's no longer just blue and green. Now you're going to have red, blue, and green. Because the new Examon is 3 colors. The inherit for the red ones give you DP. So now you get your turn 2000 DP. Continuing on with the Dracomons, I still don't have the full playset. I got one proxy right there. We got the promo Dracomon. Digivolve for 0 from the Baby Domon. Same thing with this one. Your turn, when you play a ground Dramon, this Digimon may Digivolve into Wing Dramon in your hand for a Digivolution cost of 3, ignoring the Digivolution requirements, which is basically just helps you warp into Examon. But the thing is, it kind of sucks because it would work with the old level 5s because those have the end of turn DNA. This one, well, I guess now those level 5s is only during your turn, but they count as those level 6s to DNA to Examon, and that's where the problem lies. Inherit your turn. If you play a ground Dramon, this Digimon can go on to Wing Dramon in your hand without paying the cost, which can be good. We're really just playing this because it's a Dracomon. And you can Digivolve for 1 if you want to. EX3 Dracomon, probably still the best one, just because it is a searcher. Digivolve for 0 from the Baby. Reveal 4 cards. Add a green or blue card with Dramon in its name, and 1 card with Examon in its name. The rest go back to the bottom. It's very good because essentially you're going to get 2 cards. Inherit. Once per turn, all turns, when one of your Digimon with Dramon or Examon in its name becomes suspended, this Digimon gets 1000 DP per turn, or DP. That's it. Plain and simple. This is kind of a straightforward deck build, to be honest. 4 of the new Core Dramon, this one has built-in jamming. And then your turn, if you play a green Digimon with Dracomon or Examon in their text, this Digimon may Digivolve into Wing Dramon from your hand with the Evo reduced by 2, basically for 1. Kind of don't really use that either. You can. Inherit gives you 2000 as well. This one's nice because you Digivolve and then you go swing 2k. And then you will Digivolve to the level 5. And your opponent is going to try and swing over it. Now you're kind of just setting yourself up to go into the Examon with Blasting. The green version of the Core Dramon is green and I was about to say brown. Green and red. This one, I mean, they both Digivolve over Dracomon for an Evo cost of 2 instead of 3. This one has Raid, which is really, actually pretty good. Combine this with the new Dracomon that gives it 2k, your rating was 7000 as a champion. Pretty cool. This one, if you play a blue Digimon or Dracomon or Examon in their text with played, this Digimon may Digivolve into a ground Dramon in the hand for its Evo reduced by 2. I guess if you want to build an old version of the Examon, these would be nice. Might try it. Inherit gives 2000 as well, so the new ones just give 2000. 2 Core Dramon, OG Core Dramon. Could Digivolve over green and blue and green, but Digivolves for 2 over Dracomon. Why is this really good? Because you have Evade for this one. So it's nice because it could kind of survive for a turn. If your Digimon tries deleting it, then you can just evade. If you don't know what evade is if this Digimon would be deleted, you may suspend it to prevent that deletion. Mind you, DP reduction still works against it. You can suspend yourself, but you'll still have 0, so you'll still pop. The Digivolving also works against this, and bottom decking, going to the security. And then the Inherit gives the Digimon all turns evade if it has Dramon or Examon in its. So it's good to give it to your Slayer Dramon to evade, because aside from that, it doesn't really get evade. So this helps it with that. Last but not least, want a hybrid free game here. 2 Lanamont, Digivolve over Blue Tamer. Then you can place a Digimon with blue as level 300, give it jamming, doesn't really matter. You're really just going to use this for kind of per game. 2, just so we see it. Level 5s, straightforward, we're just doing the new ones. The new Wing Dramon, when you unplay or Digivolve, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 DP. All turns. This Digimon is treated as a level 6 Slayer Dramon for Examon's DNA. Inherit Security Attack +1, gives it super aggression for the Examon. When I first tried playing this, making it, I did a split of the old one and the new one. But then when I would blast DNA, that's when I read on the old one it says only your turn it's considered a level 6 for Examon, and I was like, oh, sucks. It's good for the end of your turn if you want to go into Examon during your turn. But, I mean, you can, but I'd rather do it on my opponent's turn and kind of wipe their board. Green one. On play when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then, one of their Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until the end of the turn. And then all turns can be treated as a Breaker Dramon for DNA Digivolution. Inherit. All turns once per turn. When this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, trash top security card. The whole gimmick is that you use these instead of level 6s. So you can just have one. So what I like to do is you can raid with the level 4. Right, so let's take out the new one real quick. You can either raid with the level 4, and then you can Digivolve into Wing Dramon, and you can pop 2 bodies that way. Or you can raid, and then suspend a Digimon, and then they can't unsuspend, so that way they don't swing over you. That would only be nice or good if you don't have like the Examon to blast or anything like that. Or you can also suspend their Tamer, so then that way they can't use it during their turn. And then likewise here, you could just chip and then go either pop a body or suspend the Digimon and or Tamers. For Slayer Dramon, EX3, because this is the best level 6 you can play. So when it would have blocker, you could block on suspend and you could block again. You don't give it Inherit for block. It doesn't have built-in evade, which is why the blue Hordramon is pretty good for this. Because then if you swing, you'll unsuspend, and then if it's a Digimon that's higher than you, or you know, I don't know why I always refer to Gaia Force, okay? But Gaia Force, you would evade and protect yourself. Now, why this card is just absolutely beautiful, broken, busted, whatever you want to call it, is its other effects. Start of your opponent's main phase. Now, before I read it, it's its own effect and is an Inherit. The important one here is the itself. Start of your opponent's main phase, you may suspend one of your Digimon with Dramon or Examon in its name to force one of your opponent's Digimon to attack. Why is that so good? Is because now when you do that, you want to suspend, not that it matters, even if you don't unsuspend. You're forcing your opponent to attack before they do their combos, will go up to like Jesmon and Jesmon GX and all that stuff. Or Necromon, whatever you're playing against. Now they have to attack right away, especially if they move up, they only have that one body. Force them to attack, and now you can blast. get rid of that Digimon, and now they have to start from scratch. And that new Examon also has evade and blocker, and you can unsuspend. It's nuts. So this is why we're playing 4 of these. The new Breakerdramon, this one's actually good. It's not bad. So you have blocker built in, has an unplayed one Digivolving, suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. This one you could probably, if you're playing the old style of Examon, this one would be the one to use. And then that's where you would play it from the DNA Examon, the old DX3, and the unplayed triggers. Suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, then one of your Digimon may attack. It also gives it like Blitz, but you can select which Digimon you want to give it to. Pretty cool. So you could build up all the way, and even if you go to 3 over to your opponent's turn, then you can still swing, and you suspended a Digimon or a Tamer, 2 of them. Then all turns, once per turn, when any of your Digimon with Dracomon or Examon in their text, delete your opponent's Digimon in battle, delete one of their suspended Digimon or Tamer. That is so good, especially for like Crosshearts. Is it Crosshearts? Crosshearts with save and all that stuff. They use Tamers. You can pop their Tamers, and if they have all those sources, beautiful, even better, right? And then the Inherit is the same as the all turns. You can delete a Tamer or a Digimon that's suspended when you delete a Digimon. 4 of the new Examon. This card is, man, this card is great. It's busted. I actually think it's really good. So, you hand counter last DNA Digivolve, Breakerdramon, and Slayerdramon, right? So when your opponent attacks, now you can DNA. If you have any level 5s, any level 6, you get their counterpart. You can DNA for free, and then bam. And now when you Digivolve, if you DNA, return all of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP to the bottom of the deck. I love that better than deleting it, because if it's, for example, a Necromon, now other on deletion effects aren't going to trigger or anything like that. It's just being removed. Beautiful. All turns, when any Digimon suspend, this Digimon may unsuspend. So beautiful. You got that security attack +1. You got those all turns where you can trash cards, and you're always going to take advantage of the inherits, like trashing, deleting. When you delete a Digimon, security attack +1, and more DP. This dude can actually get up to like 20 plus KDP. And the reason you're going to take advantage of this is because you have Raid, Piercing, Blocker, and Evade. I think this is the most keywords that a card has. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's crazy. That's 4 different ones. So you Raid, swing into your opponent's highest DP Digimon, unsuspend because he's suspended. Now you got Piercing, and now you can trigger the Breakerdramon. Since you deleted a Digimon, pop one of their suspended Tamers with Digimon. Groundramon, trash your opponent, trash their security if you deleted a Digimon. Security attack +1. And now you go again. So now you check 4, 5 with this one, if you want to count the trashing once per turn. And then that's why I run the Lanamon for game. If it's, you know, if you can do it. Yeah, well, during your turn. And of course, you need to have the memory to do all that, which we will. Tamers. I swear I want to run 4 of these, because, oh my goodness, do you understand how good this card is? This card is from BT3. BT3! That's like 20 years ago, not really, but feels like it. 2020. 5 years? Yeah, this is an OG card. It's a memory setter, you're always going to be at 3, and then you reveal 3 cards. You can add 1 blue Digimon and 1 green Digimon. That's every card besides level 3, which, where did I put it? The only card you can't pick up is that one. Every other card you can pick up. You can pick up 2 Examons, you'll just count 1 as blue and count the other one as green. So you could also pick 2 cards, so long as they're dual colored. It's just that, I might run 4, to be honest with you. But what I do run 4 is the Wisteria. Wisteria is also really good. It's just like Davis, but you can only pick up 1. You can pick up reveal 3 cards, and then you can pick up a blue or a red card. And that's all of them besides the... Besides... Oh, of course. That's all of them besides Lanamon? No, sorry. You can pick this up, it's blue. What the hell can't you pick up? You can pick up all of them. Whatever. You can pick up every single card in your deck. Now, why it's even more beautiful to run too, that whole combo with the Examon, you have 0, you have 4. Trash this, gain 2 memory, you have the Davis already, and then you just land them on for the